Hey guys, this is Cécile from aVRjourney. This week for a change I'm going to record this as a 360 video. This is my weekly vlog for my journey into the Oculus Launch Pad, and actually I have to go get my car back from the car repair, so you're going to follow me. We are in Redwood City, California. Right, so thank you very much for watching. This week I want to give you the update of where I am. For me it's almost the end of the program. This is week 9. The program runs until September 10th, but I am going on vacation next week, and also, as you may know, I am no longer eligible for funding in this program. If you don't know why, check out week 5's update so you find out the reason. It's a good reason, by the way. And so that means that I don't really have a proper deadline. I was really hoping to finish everything before the vacation, so I'll be actually ahead of everyone else. I had planned for something fairly simple, thinking that would help me achieve that goal, but that's not gonna happen. So this week's been really challenging, and that's why I'm now no longer confident I can finish this on time. I will continue work on the project, I'm not giving up, but I want to give you a rundown of the 3 challenges I've come across. The first challenge is that last week I attended a video conference with Chris Pruitt. Chris Pruitt is the head of mobile developer engineering or something like that at Oculus. Really knowledgeable guy. And one of the things he recommended is that we all upgrade our phones to Android Nougat, so that's Android 7, and that'll be better for development and for running the app. And that's something I've tried to do for a while. I actually even went to the AT&T store a few weeks ago to ask for help upgrading, because the phone is from AT&T, the phone I'm using, and the guy there at the retail store, he had no clue what I was talking about, no idea. And then Chris said you need to get a SIM in it, and with a SIM you should be able to do the upgrade. So I went to another AT&T store, a bigger one, and I got somebody to help me a little bit. They put a SIM in it, but then the phone said your device is up to date, which obviously was not the case. But then we got stuck there, and it took them 5 days to come back to me. And apparently they heard from Samsung that they have a lot of bugs at the moment with that the Nougat version for the Samsung S7, so they are holding back. So that's why actually I can't do the upgrade, which is disappointment and challenge number 1. So I will have to wait a couple of weeks, they say. In the meantime, I'm stuck with my current version, which is Marshmallow, Android 6. The second issue I've had, and I was actually hoping that the upgrade would help me with that problem. It might, but again I have to wait for the upgrade. So the second challenge I've had was to set up my device for development. I was following guidelines on the Oculus developer website, and they have a bunch of documentation. It's pretty well done actually, documentation on how to basically do VR development step by step. So one of the few things to do is to make sure your phone is you activate developer mode, and that you activate something that's called USB debugging, and that's one of the first steps. And I got stuck there too really early, and the problem I'm having is that in principle I should be able to plug my phone to my PC and do take the USB debugging box and then have a pop-up asking for a key. And I never got the pop-up asking for the key. And one of the troubleshooting options they say you need to make sure your USB link is set to software installation. And I never saw that option on my S7. So I tried with the S6 Edge, which is another phone I have, which is actually my main phone. And on this one I could see the option. But even with using that option, I never managed to get the prompt for the key. So I got stuck there. I asked my husband if we could try on his laptop. I'm using a PC, he has a Mac. We put in his Mac, it works straight away. I don't know if it's because it's a Mac, or it might be because he's an engineer, he's a software developer. So he had all the Android Studio, Android SDK, everything installed on his machine. So there might be something around that. I don't know. But bottom line is, that's challenge number 2, and I got stuck really early in the process. It's a bit frustrating. Then my challenge number 3 was so my main objective this week was to create a 360 video player in Unity. So that would be to create an app that plays the video, so that people could see the video in the VR headset. And that sounded like something pretty straightforward. I had some documentation actually. The people from Unity have published several documentations. The first difficulty for me is that there's too much. There's many actually methods to do that, and even Unity, they pointed us towards 2 different methods. One is to use a special shader to I hope you're enjoying Redwood City, by the way. This is Roosevelt Avenue. So one is to use a shader and display the video as background to the scene, and another one is to create a sphere, and for that sphere create a material, and to reverse the normals for that material you need to use a special shader. So that's kind of completely different method, and I wasn't really sure which one to use, so I tried both. And then even following the step-by-step guide was a bit difficult because they implied some prerequisites which I didn't know about, because I'm not a developer and I can feel that I'm kind of reaching my limits there. So for example, the first method, you had to use a shader, and the shader is provided, but I didn't know how to import the shader. And you actually have to import the shader plus another file, which is a CS file. And it took me a while to figure this out. So the good news is I've managed to do it. So it works. So in Unity I could play my video. It took me a bit of time, but I success, so I'm quite happy. The bad news is that it looks like it's working and it's playing, but I can't really see very well because my laptop is not powerful enough, I think. So it's not working well, and I'm pretty sure it's because of the limitations of the laptop. It's kind of really slow, and I can see it's moving a little bit, the video, and then it's stopping. So it might be the laptop, and I wanted to build the app and then put it on my phone and use it in a VR headset to test it. But of course I need to solve challenge number 2, the device setup, before I can do that. So I'm kind of stuck there. And while spending a lot of time with those challenges, I haven't made much progress on the editing of the movie, of the 360 film. So I feel I'm falling behind there as well. I have been following some really good tutorials and videos from Metal. They have a series which I'll post the link to. It's really cool, to explain how to edit 360 video using Adobe Premiere Pro and the Metal Skybox suite, and not just edit, but also adding titles and effects and transitions specifically for 360 video. So that's really cool, but I haven't done it myself yet. I've just started watching the videos. So long story short, this means that I'm gonna go on vacation without having finished my project, and that's a real bummer. It's kind of heartbreaking for me, but I also have a few personal things to do before the vacation, and I just have a few more days left, and I really need to wrap things up. So I will see if I can do a little bit during my vacation, maybe to take me through submission of the prototype, but it's more likely that I'll have to do that when I come back. And I'm gonna pause here because this is a big crossing, and I'm afraid you're not gonna hear me if I go to that street. It's called El Camino Real. It's like one of the major streets in Silicon Valley. So just to finish off in this nice setting, let's go there. I think what's gonna happen is that I will try and progress as much as I can, maybe do a little trailer or maybe do a short film, which is not the entire film but some of it, just to have some sense of achievement, which is important to me. And also some people have asked me to see the footage, probably people who were in the capoeira events. They want to see what, you know, what it looks like in VR. So I don't want to disappoint people, but it's likely that I can finish it once I start my job, my next job, after my vacation, and then I can afford a good laptop, which will be a lot faster. I will have a lot less problem. Oh, I forgot one challenge. I will add a fourth challenge. It's stitching. So stitching the videos, I'm almost done with the stitching, but when the files are longer, so when it comes to 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes videos, then my computer pauses the stitching process, which I'm doing in the Cyberlink Action Editor software. And then once it pauses, there's no way to restart. So it means that sometimes I wait for an hour, or even I leave it working during the night, and then I come have a look and it's stuck at, like, say 73% or 67 or whatever, and I have to restart the whole process. And sometimes when I restart it works, sometimes it doesn't. So I'm wasting a lot of time because I don't have the right tools, basically. So when I have my first paycheck, I will buy a proper good machine for video editing, for VR app creation, and I will try my best to finish that. Alright, that's all folks. That was my update for week 9 for my project Capoeira World VR for the Oculus Launch Pad. Thank you so much for watching. I apologize for the sound. I hope you could hear everything, otherwise I'll have to reshoot this video. Yeah, thanks for following, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you like it. Please leave me a like or comment or something. I will read that during my vacation. There will probably not be a video or an update next week or even the following week, but when I come back sometime in September, I will keep you posted on where I am with all this. And hopefully some of those challenges will be resolved. Maybe not all, but some of them. Alright guys, thank you very much and see you soon. Bye.